Hey everyone! Today we're taking a look back at a really fun project I did last fall. I stumbled across this diamond in the rough, a classic Trek 800 mountain track, for the grand total of $30. I'll tell you about my journey fixing up this bike and finally selling it after several weeks of failed attempts. Now, as you can see, it had seen better days. A little rusty, a little dusty, and definitely in need of some TLC. But underneath all of that grime, I saw potential. These old Treks are built like tanks, and with a bit of elbow grease, I knew I could bring this one back to life. So the first thing I always do with a project bike like this is a thorough assessment. I needed to figure out exactly what I was dealing with. The frame. The good news was the frame looked solid, no major dents or cracks, just some surface rust and lots of dirt, which I knew I could definitely clean up. The drivetrain was pretty gunked up. The chain was worn, but the gears and derailleur could easily be saved. The wheels were spinning, which was a plus, and the tires looked like they were good to go. These old cantilever brakes, they were toast. The clips that hold the tension spring was broken, making them useless. These would need to be replaced. I stripped this thing down to its bare bones. This gave me a much better look at everything and made cleaning a whole lot easier. And, it also gave me a chance to meet the locals. Yeah, so, I wasn't expecting to find a whole colony of ants living inside the handlebars. Let that be a lesson to you. Always be prepared for surprises when you're working on old bikes. They were not happy to be evicted. Anyway, back to the teardown. This is where I really got to see the condition of everything. This is a less glamorous, but super important part, the cleaning. A good degreaser and some scrubbing can make a whole world of difference. I was getting rid of all that old grime and grease so that everything could function smoothly again. Now, let's talk about the individual components. The drivetrain. Sometimes you can salvage the original components with a good cleaning and lube. In this case, the chain was definitely shot, so I needed to replace it. The old cables and cable housings have seen better days, so I replaced them to ensure smooth shifting and braking. These old cantilever brakes were not great. I decided to upgrade to V brakes for much better stopping power and a more modern feel. Since I upgraded the brakes, I also needed new brake levers. So I decided to replace the shifters as well, since the old ones were twist grip style. I don't know anyone who likes those. I couldn't reuse the old grips because they were specific for grip shifters, and I cut them away to make removal of the cockpit easier. What do you think? For a $30 investment and a bit of time and effort, I turned this neglected Trek 800 into something really cool and rideable. So, what was the total cost for this flip? Let's break it down. Bike, $30. New chain, $14. New cables and housings, $10. New V-brakes, $17. New shifters and brake levers, $14. And new grips, $6. That brings my grand total to $91. Now, here's where things get interesting. I listed this bike on Facebook Marketplace for $130. And I ran into a bit of a demographic quirk, I guess you could say. I had several people interested, but they were all women. And for whatever reason, none of them actually ever came to look at the bike. I had it listed for about 2 months. I was starting to wonder if this bike was cursed or something. Then, on a whim, I swapped out the blue grips for some black ones and bumped the price up to $140. And suddenly, I had multiple guys interested. Go figure. The buyer was a really interesting guy. In his 40s, he met me in a parking lot near my house. He seemed like a really down-to-earth dude. We chatted for a bit, and he told me he was getting back into cycling after his kids had gotten a bit older. He was looking for a reliable, comfortable bike to ride on some of the local bike paths. Something that wasn't too expensive, but still good quality. The Trek 800 fit the bill perfectly, and he was happy to pay the full asking price of $140. That's a profit of $49, and it was cool to see the bike going to someone who would really appreciate it. But that's not the end of the story. Of course, I documented the whole process on my YouTube channel. And here's what YouTube paid me for the 2 videos I made about the Trek 800. The first video received just under 2,000 views, added 6 new subscribers, and YouTube paid me $6.11. The second video received just over 1,000 views, added 8 new subscribers, and YouTube paid me a total of $4.42. So, that's a total of $10.53 from YouTube. It's not exactly a fortune, but it's a nice bonus and it helps offset the cost of future projects. Plus, the real reward is sharing the process with you all and hopefully inspiring some of you to try this yourself. Flipping bikes like this can be a real rewarding hobby. It's a great way to learn more about bicycle mechanics, save some practically good bikes from the landfill, and maybe even make a little money in the process, both from selling the bikes and from YouTube. What do you think of this transformation? Have you ever flipped a bike? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss another project. See you guys next time.